Hi all, right, welcome back to more Europa Universalis, the ambitious Margrave solo scenario. This will be my part 18. So I have just come straight back, but I'm not going to get a lot of time here, but I might as well get this started. So this is Austria. They've got two rebel towns occupying two of their provinces. So we've decided they're going to defend. Eventually, we worked that one out with a little help. Although I did kind of see it at the end, but anyway, yeah. Why not? Why not ask a question if you're not sure? So defend, right? Any area with invaders. Okay, right away. Invaders. Why has it got the word invaders? I think this is a yes, because then we've got, their army's not on the map board, but I think this is classed as invaders, but okay, nothing in the index regarding the word invaders, and it's got a capital I in front of it as well, but oh, hang on. Well, there's no little note here to bring you down. Look at this down there. Invaders. Hostile units in areas with bots towns. Yeah, they could have done with a little... Okay, anyway, never mind. So, I guess we're going to say yeah, because they were... What was it again? Yeah, we had rebels occupying any bots towns. So that's got to be hostile units in areas with bots towns. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, that's a yes. So it has 2+ bot power left. Well, yeah. An army in an area where it can siege provinces. Well, no. The army's not on the map, so I think we need to move on and get the army on the map. So no. Army is greater than or equal to 2 times any invading force. Okay, well, I've got to assume that the rebel towns are 1 rebel each then. I mean, I'm just assuming. I wish there was just a little bit on rebel towns. I wasn't really seeing that. Unless it's there. So army greater than or equal. Well, hang on, their army is 0. So that's a no as well. But they've got manpower, yeah? They've got a manpower 8, so this is going to... So that's a no. Well, I'm guessing... Actually, hang on, the problem here is these rebel towns are in 2 different areas. So, although it is just asking about that invading force here, which, yeah, okay. Has 2+ bot power left and more manpower. Yes, it does. So it's going to spend 2 bot power to recruit up to 9 units. Remember, we're playing with the normal difficulty. So I'm going to spend 2 more Austrian bot power. Let's spent 3. And we're going to recruit all 8 units. So, yeah, it can recruit up to 9. So we've got 8 there. And now we've got 8 there. So we've got 8 in the army. Okay? Okay, so we spent the bot power. So now we go back to here. Army is greater than or equal to 2 times any invading force. Yeah. Well, yeah. You've got to assume a rebel town is like 1 rebel unit. I think so, Grant. I mean, but, like I've already said, it's in 2 different areas. Is this specifying an area? Well, 8 is definitely greater than 2 times 2 anyway. So, 4. 8 is greater than 4. So yes. Army is on the map, no. Any areas with bots towns where army would not trigger a battle. Any areas. Any areas with. Right, okay. I will return. I'll just go and pause. Cheers. Okay, that's me back. I've been on pause for a couple of hours actually. So we are on the defend actually. I'm just not sure where we are. So any area with invaders, we decided that yes, we've got invaders. Yeah, hang on. You've done quite a bit here, Grant. Have you not? Has +2 an army in area? No. Yeah, I should have put a cube where I was here, I think. Army greater than or equal to invading force. Well, it wasn't at the time, so that was a no. Then it spent the bot power, created the army, and then the army is greater than invading force. Armies on the map, no. Yeah, I think this is where we were at. Any areas where bots, towns. Any areas where bots, towns. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm saying that's not written properly. It's just, no, it is, Grant. You're just not reading it properly. Any areas with bots, towns, where army would not trigger a battle. Any areas with bots, towns, army would not trigger. Yes. Yes, there is. Because the way I'm seeing it now is, if it gets placed in this area, it's going to trigger a battle. If it gets placed in this area, it's going to trigger a battle. However, it's not in there, or there, or there, or there for that matter. Yeah, so there's a few options. So any areas with bots would not trigger a battle. Yeah, so we're taking the green line, and it's coming away down to here. So place army in such area without hostile units. Check for MAC. Adjust unit availability in army based on MAC. See page 5. Well, again, the MAC's going to be the full amount anyway, no matter where it goes. It's going to have a connection to the capital. So it's going to prefer an area with the highest tax value of own towns that are occupied by enemies/rebels, then own capital area. So hang on, well, the reason it came down here was because it would not trigger a battle. Right, so, but hang on, it can come here from another area. I'm just wondering why it's saying occupied by enemies or rebels, but it could have came from here. Well, that says that are occupied and no invaders. Well, hang on though. No, that's only 2 places that can come from. So am I getting that wrong somehow? Would it not trigger a battle if I put my army in one of the areas with a rebel town? Place army in such area without hostile units. See, again, I'm not quite clear on the rebel towns. If they're I think we're going to have a battle, but prefer area with the highest tax value of own town that are occupied by enemies/rebels, then own capital area. I'm not getting that. God, why is it I seem to struggle with these? I initially thought the flowcharts I was finding pretty okay at first. Now I'm like, we were up here. Any areas with bots towns where army would not trigger a battle. Well, yeah, there clearly is. But I'm starting to wonder if by putting it in the rebel town areas that they are not going to trigger a battle either. So it brings us right round to here. So place the army in such area without hostile units. Okay. So it wants to go in an area that's well, I'm seeing it as not one of the rebel town areas, and that's where I thought it was heading. Check for Mark, that's fine. But then it says, prefer the area with the highest tax value of own towns that are occupied by enemies / rebels, then own capital area. Nah, I can't understand how it brings you down here to a bit that says would not trigger a battle, and then it's talking about how, I mean, surely if it moves in an area with enemies and rebels, it is going to trigger a battle. So why is that there? What am I missing? Right, okay, well, I've spoke about it. Maybe somebody can clear it up for me, because it's more than likely it's me that's not getting something right there, because it seems kind of daft, so it must be me. Anyway, so place army in such area without hostile units. Prefer area, and then it says then own capital area. So I think we're going to go with that, because I guess like I said, this to me wouldn't trigger a battle. This wouldn't trigger a battle. This wouldn't. This area would trigger a battle, I feel, and so would this. This is what I'm feeling, because if these are classed as rebel units occupying our towns, and once our army's there, we're going to have a battle, no? Anyway, this is the town with the... Sorry, this is the area with the capital, and it would not trigger a battle, I'm sure of that, so we're going to put the army there. I must be missing something simple there, so... Oh, that's it, it's going to end turn. Yeah, okay, so you just put an army out, and it's going to end turn. Oh, well, that was... I was thinking more was going to happen there. Of course, yeah, this is the thing. That once the army comes out, it doesn't necessarily mean to say there's going to... I mean, I think we could have placed it in here. I think it could have been placed in there, and there could have been a battle, but it definitely wants to... It definitely wants to go where it would not trigger a battle. Place army in such area without hostile units. And then there's the preferences are occupied by enemies and rebels. Well, hang on, it's not just that. It's prefer area with the highest tax value of own towns that are occupied by enemies or / rebels. Then own capital area. No, I do not understand that. Yeah, I think it's just a grant thing though. Somebody's going to hopefully tell me when I'm getting that thought wrong. Yeah, okay. So, that brings them to the end turn. So that's going to be the Austria bot done its thing. Okay, so, well, I'm only 13 minutes. Expected that to be a bit longer. So I'm going to jump back again to Denmark. Now, they don't have any of these issues. It was just because of the rebel towns. Yeah, they would have had a rebel town if I'd stuck with my first instinct and where to place the rebel town, but then I kind of did back down, and when Martin's thought about it, he would have stuck with the alphabetically. I kind of went with that. So that removed that rebel town. Yeah, so they don't have any of that. So bot actions for Denmark doesn't apply. No. Their army is on the map, actually. Yeah, it's still on the map, isn't it? It's just it's in its home territories. But it can't siege in... No, it can't siege in the same area. I'm just looking, it's got 2 towns with unrest. That's nothing to do with sieging though, Grant, is it? No. They'll just choose to remove that unrest. I think they do there is an action that you can do that. It doesn't apply. There's no colonists. It doesn't apply. So bot cards left, yeah. So they're gonna draw another bot card. Yeah, the book being a bit thicker is messing about with the camera sometimes, the tripod a little bit. Right, so card for bot number 2 is Unrest. Unrest, focus. Well, oh, just what I said. Unrest. I think that's maybe going to apply. I think that's going to remove the unrest. So unrest or focus war, and that's not the war situation. That just it would focus on the war. So it's going to spend. I'm just going to spend this because if it does come down to focus war, we can adjust it. So it's going to spend 1 bot power and flip a military card, which I'll swing around and deal with. We've got military reforms. I think that one was talked about before, actually. It's one of the. It's one of the ones that stay in play anyway, and you put the cubes on them. I haven't studied them so much. I think these are things I'm going to learn more about as the game goes on, and the more times I play it. But the time it's taken me to get through this first game, well, yeah, it's always going to be a long game. Even, if I was sitting playing this myself without the camera, it maybe wouldn't take quite so long. But here's the thing. It would take me a reasonable amount of time still, because I like to go through everything carefully and make sure of things. I would be all over my computer looking up things, I'd be asking questions. I wouldn't be able to ask questions on the actual video footage that I'm doing just now. And the other thing, as I found in the past, is that I lose my sort of, I don't know, I lose my focus on the game, and I don't know, there's just something about pressing record that keeps me ticking over. And I've definitely found that to be the case through, just going by experience. Before I started recording videos, I would stop a game so far through and just stop and just move on to something else or something. I'm not saying I've not done that with any games that I've recorded. I have, and I did wonder if this might be one, but I'm still persevering because I really do think this is a really good game. That's why. Right, what are we doing? Unrest, yes. Let's find where that is. Unrest. It's at the end, I think. There we go. Right. Yes, and I should have paused there, but well, I didn't. So yeah, this is a smaller chart anyway. So unrest. Owns any province with unrest? Well, yes. His army's sitting right in the. There's 2 provinces with unrest in the area of the army. No, it's relevant about the army. Oh, it might be. I don't know. Owns any province with unrest? Yes. Remove unrest from 2 provinces owned by bot. Well, there you go. And then end turn. So what do we have that action? Do we have an unrest action? Yeah, we have suppress unrest. 1 military per province. So there you go, we do have it. Now he's already spent his military power for the actual card. Not military power, it's bot power, yeah, that they use. Owns the province unrest, yes. Remove 2 of them. Prefer capital than large, but they've only got 2, and then end the turn. And there we go. Like I say, this is not an unrest. This is. So we're going to flip that over, and so is that. So now come the next Rebels dice phase, then they've not got them in unrest, and they're cooking my gas. Right, that's end turn, so it's back to us again. Okay, well I guess we should plod on with what we were doing. And we put the claim in Pomerania. We've got 2 influence in there as well, which is probably relevant, isn't it? I think we need influence to be able to do what we're doing again with lack of knowledge of things. Are we just wanting to declare war? See back a player raid. This what? Is this what I want to be doing? Yeah, let's give it a try. So, declare war action sequence. Determine declaration war targets. So, what are we going to go for then? Bear in mind that our army total is going to be 3. And if we pick the 2 there, if we pick Stettin and Stralsund, that's 2. And remember, the claim can stay there, Grant. The thing is, if you remember, I think the claim can get removed to remove the unrest. I suppose you've got to sort of work out what's better. Well, how much did it not cost us 2 diplomatic power to put that claim there? It did, didn't it? It was 2 to do it. Yeah. So, how much does it to suppress unrest? It costs 1 military power per province. So, yeah. Declaration of War, page 16. Yeah, so we're going to do a military action and declare war on any number of realms during this action. By doing so, you enter in a war with the target realms. Okay, so we're going to go for Lübeck, because I think Lübeck is obviously going to be one of the ones that if you get the trade in there, and we can maybe get a ship, well, we go for that. We'll go for Lübeck. Yeah, so let's have a declaration of war on Lübeck. I feel like it's a bit risky going for the one with 2, because we do only have a strength of 3. And well, here's the thing: they're going to roll 3 dice at us, aren't they? Because this is definitely it seems to be definitely a difference. The bot rolling against an NPR is different to us rolling against an NPR. Nobody's told me differently there, and nobody said that I got it wrong when I only rolled the 1 dice back when the bot was fighting Hamburg. But I believe if we go to war against Lübeck, I reckon it's going to get 3 dice at us. We will double check this. So I'm going to declare war on Lübeck. Just because to try and do something. So we've targeted it. We put a war token in its capital. It's only 1 province. Call to arms. Now we could send offensive call to arms, but we've not got any ally that we could do that. And then if the target is an HRE member and you are not, the Emperor receives a defensive call to arms. Well, the target is an HRE member, but we are an HRE member too, so the Emperor won't come to that aid. And then targeted NPRs automatically send a defensive call to arms to their allies, if any. Well, they don't have any allies, so no. Targeted prayer realms. Right, so then we remove all our influence in each of the target realms areas. So I've got to remove these 2 influence. If any ships on either side of this war are now located in hostile sea zones, naval battles will take place. Well, no, we don't have any ships, and although Lübeck is in a port and it would have a naval battle, but we've no ships. So if any land units on opposing sides of the war are now located in the same area, land battles will take place. That's not the case. If no battles are triggered, you may immediately either take an activate units or recruit units action at no military cost. And yeah, that was part of the reason I remember that being the case. However, I haven't spent my military power. So we need to spend that. That is for the military action to declare war. And now we get a free either activate units. Well, that's not. Well, actually, it is. We could activate our army because we do actually have an army. Unfortunately, it's only got one infantry unit in it. So I think we want to use the recruit action to recruit our other 2 available units. So we're going to use that, and it's going to be free. It's not going to it's not going to cost us military. However, it is going to. So where's recruit units? Here we go. Yeah. So yeah, that was me starting down military actions, declare war. Then it gives us this free action to either recruit or activate. So that's where I'm at just now. So the free part is the military power, so I don't need to spend that. Plus X ducats. And the X is basically how many units you want to recruit. Now, here's the other thing. I do have a bit of money, don't I? And although I can only recruit, I've only got 2 units I can recruit. So, build as many ships. Yeah, we can't do that. If you recruit armies into areas containing hostile units, battles will commence. They are no. We're still just building our army, and then next turn we'll move it. Regular units can be recruited in 1+ of your own vassal areas up to your military capacity in each of these areas. 1+ of your own or your vassal areas. Yeah, province cannot be counted for MC more than once per turn. Right, that. Yeah, here was what I was thinking, that I don't think it's maybe needed if we're just attacking one, but we could recruit a mercenary unit, up to 3 of them. They're more expensive, but they're extra units over and above what your capacity is. You know, what your manpower is. We've got 3 manpower, but we can recruit 3 extra mercenaries. So we're going to recruit, and there's the chart there telling us how much it's going to cost. So you can see for a 2 infantry, it's going to be 2 each for our infantry. So that's going to be 4 ducats. So 4 ducats, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that recruits our 2 infantry into our army. Now here's the thing, actually, I didn't look back. I could have spent 5 ducats on one of these to turn it into a cavalry, but again, I think we've not really got the money, and I know I said we've got a bit of money, but we're not really rich. So I think we spend the 4, so now we've got an army of 3. But you can see we still do have 11 ducats left. So we could potentially spend another 4 and get an extra infantry unit from the mercenaries. I think. Well, here's the thing. If I was saying that they're going to get 3 dice to attack us, as long as they don't get 3 hits, we're only going to need to hit 1 of theirs back. So it feels like the odds are good for us. They are. I mean, you could strengthen them even more by getting this mercenary, but I don't think I want to spend the money on that. So I think we'll leave that at that. So that's us built up our army. We've declared war, and I think that's our action over. Yeah. No battles are triggered. You may immediately either take an activate units or recruit units action at no military power cost, but it still costs us the ducats. We've done that. Yeah, okay. We're done. Right, let's just press on then. Let's do a bit more. So back up to Austria. So now they are, I want to say they're still defending, aren't they? I think so. Right, so no, is under attack by enemies or rebels. Well, yeah, we're still at that case. So it is go to defend. They're going to spend 1 bot power. So this. Oh, hang on. 4. Yeah, well, we've not got down to that one yet anyway, but they're starting to get close. So they spend the bot power. That's them actually got 5 spent and 4 left now. And then they're going to go to defend, which is just the next page. Right, so, and then this time, defend. Any areas with invaders, yes. Has 2 plus bot power left, it does, as 4. An army in an area where it can siege provinces. No. Armies in is not. So that's no. Army greater than or equal to 2 times invading force. Yes. Army is on the map. Yes. Invaders in any area where bot's MAC is greater than or equal to invading force. Invaders in any area where bot's MAC is greater than or equal to invading force. Yes. Because whatever area they move into, their MAC, I believe, is still going to be their full capacity. Because they've got towns adjacent to wherever they're going to be. So yes, place army in the area with the largest invading force that qualifies, and then check for MAC again, prefer player realm enemy, and then we're going to go to land battle, and we would gain 1 if victorious. And then after that, just while we're here, that is going to end the turn after the land battle. So place army in the area with the largest invading force qualifies. Check for Mac 2. Yeah, that's fine. Prefer player realm animals, none of them. Okay. And then go to land battle, gain a bot power if they win, end the turn. Okay, so where are they going to go? Well, both of these are just we've got an invading force of 1. I'm still. That's my belief that is 1. Where's that bit about? I mean, we are going to be. This is sieging the towns. So let's look at that bit. Yeah, right away. Yeah, because it's not going to do it this turn. Oh no, it is. It's going to land battle, isn't it? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it must just be. It's 1 rebel unit for the rebel town. Yeah, I was wanting to try and look up rebel town again. Well, it doesn't. There's not an index for rebel town. It's just rebels. Page 37 is about the best bit you get, because it does show the rebel town. Sieging rebel towns. When sieging a rebel town, simply remove the rebel town along with any unrest on this province. If you're at war with the owner of this province, you may place your own town. Rebel unit sieging. I'm clearly missing something somewhere. Right, okay. So the army's going to move into one of the areas. So it's either going to be alphabetically, or could the tax value come into this? When applying an effect, when given an option to select a province area, this is an area. When applying an effect that directly benefits the bot or directly hurts the bot, none of these really do. This is not a direct benefit or hurt. They're both even, I think. So I don't think we need to look at the tax part of this. So I think we're just going to pick alphabetically. This is Venetia. This is, what is that? Tyrol. So yeah. So we're going to move into Tyrol. And there's going to be a land battle with the Austrian army and the rebel that's occupying the town. So let's look for land battle then. And I'm still a little bit uncomfortable about the fact that I feel like I'm just assuming that it's one rebel unit here. Right, hang on. Maybe I'll have a wee look at BGG. Right, okay. I can't find anything that's telling me about what we're up against here, but I'm sure it's in the rules and quite clear. I really do feel that I'm just not finding it or not. I don't know. I probably could look up more things to find it, but I don't know. Let's look. There's going to be we think there's going to be a land battle here. So any enemy is a player realm. No, roll battle dice. So infantry dice equals hostile units. Assign casualties, bots casualties. So it's just them that are rolling a dice. Well, see again. Number of infantry dice equals number of hostile units. So I want to say they're just going to roll one dice. And like I say again here, I think if this was us as the Brandenburg up against this rebel unit, I think they would roll 3 dice at us. And here's the sort of confirmation of that here, I think. So land battles versus rebels / MPRs. Now we've not done one against rebels, we've done one against MPRs, but it looks like it's just the same. When a bot fights an MPR rebel force, always roll a number of infantry dice equal to the number of rebels / MPR units present. So yeah, the last time there was only one tax income province, so it was only one unit, so we only rolled 1 dice. This time, well, yeah, I think there's only one rebel. And then every one of them counts as a casualty for the bot. If the bot has remaining units, it wins the battle. Any rebels are removed. If all bots were eliminated, but if a bot loses against rebels, the number of rebels equal to half of the initial strength of the bot's army are removed. Okay. Just you would think I'd be able to find somewhere where it told me what a rebel town represented one rebel unit. Okay, I think I've been doing this wrong. I think that's why I'm struggling. I think we need to be sieging to remove the towns. Because that's the only thing I can find in the rules. So if we backtrack a bit, well, remember, we've done this defend action twice now. So if we go back to the first time we've done it, and maybe the answer to this is actually no, and it's not yes. Because they're not invaders, although that's 2 plus bopper left. Because I started thinking maybe that's not classed as them being invaders. It's just that we need to siege these towns down. So if there wasn't invaders, army deployed in an area where it can siege provinces. Well, initially the answer to that would have been no. If army is less than 3 units, increase army size to 3 units. So it would have been at 0 at the time, so I would have increased it to 3. Any area with bots, towns that are occupied and no invaders, Any areas with bots, towns that are occupied and no invaders. So I think maybe that's... Well, what does it say about a rebel town? What does it say back there that I was referenced it first? Bots considered under attack if enemy units or rebels are present in any areas with bots town, or if enemies or rebels occupy any of the bots towns. So it's rebels occupy our towns. Where was it going there? Yeah, so that would took us there. Any area with bots towns that are occupied and no invaders. I think yes. Place army in such area without... That's the other one again, without hostile units. So that would still get placed, and then that would end the turn. So actually I think the same thing would have happened. Would we have spent any... No, the thing is, we would have came with that and we would only had an army of 3 units. Boo. I'm starting to prefer this way of it happening. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put, we had no army at all, and this is Austria, yeah. The first time we came to this, did we spend any bot power? We did. We did here, didn't we? So I don't think it does this. I'm going to take that 2 bot power back. So it's only spent 1 bot power this round. I can't remember what that was for. It does 2 defend actions. What did it spend the bot power on the grant? Because it's not drawn a card. Did it spend an extra bot power in here maybe to make it 3? Might have done. Spent 2 there. It spent... hold on, stop. The actual go to defend spends 1 bot power. Okay. So, as under attack by enemies or rebels. Well, again, this sounds like there's rebels there, but it does say down the bottom, number 1, it does say rebels occupy any of the bots' towns. So, it's classed as being under attack still in Grant. I just don't think there's any units there. Don't think there's any. There's not going to be a land battle. I don't think so. So it spent the 1 bot power there. So we've spent 1 bot power. And this is the first time we came here. So, and then we've done defend. We're going to say no to this this question, and we're going to come here. I'm going to remove the army off the map as well. So there's nothing in the army. Army deployed in an area where it concedes provinces. No. If army is less than 3 units, increase army size to 3 units. So I'm going to bring 3 units down from the manpower reserve into the Austrian army. And then we go here. Any area with bots towns that are occupied and no invaders. Yes. We're going to go with a yes for that. It's going to bring us down here. Place army in such an area without hostile units checked for MAC. Prefer. And then, yeah, so we're going to put them in the capital again. So, there's a slight update on what we've done. We've only spent 1 bot power up to now. Our army is a strength of 3. Because I don't think it needs a whole 8 for what it's doing as well. So that makes some sense as well. army's then going to go on the map in the capital area. Yeah, and then it would end the turn. So that was the first defend action. So now we come round to this one. And of course, this is when I move the army, and then we're going to have a land battle, but I don't think that's right. So let's look at defend again. Any area with invaders? No. Army deployed in an area where it can siege provinces? No. I didn't want to be placed in such an area though, did it? That's why it placed in an area. But again, see, this says without hostile units, Grant. See, that's why that's written. That's what I'm getting wrong. So, hang on again. Before we finish the first defend, I don't think it will be in its capital area. So, place army in such area without hostile units. Their rebel towns areas have not got hostile units, and that's why it's saying this. Check format, that's fine. Prefer area with the highest tax value of own towns that are occupied by enemies / rebels. See, occupied by rebels. They're occupied. It's not hostile units there. I think that's right. Then on capital area. So it actually would initially get put into one of the two areas. And then again, alphabetically, it would go into roll. So that's where we would place the army initially. That doesn't start a land battle. There's no units in there. I think it's just now we can siege. So then the second defend action would, hang on though, sorry, we should spend on our bot power because remember that comes from here. Is under attack by enemies or rebels. This is what throws you a little bit because you think there's units there. Unless I'm getting that totally wrong, of course. So we're going to spend one more Austrian bot power to go to defend, and then we're going to defend any areas with invaders. No. Army deployed in an area where it can siege provinces. Yes. Yes, Grant. Up to here, go to siege and then gain one bot power. Right, so we're going to go to siege. And that's, we're not coming back here. So siege action is down here. We're going to gain one bot power. And remember, that's not... Yeah, I'm going to turn these around, I think. Then I'll get the cubes a bit easier because they seem to be the ones that you're looking out for more often than not. So going to gain one Austrian bot power. Right, I've done that. And then we're going to siege. So siege hostile provinces of up to 3 tax value. Bot ignores siege strength. Okay, spend 1 bot power per tax value sieged 3. If bot only has 1 bot power, no small provinces siege, it sieges a large province. If bot has 3 plus military ideas, it sieges 2. No, none of that. Bot can only siege an island province if it has a ship in adjacent sea zone. Also, sea steps 47 of sieges and occupation main rules, page 28. So this is sieges and occupation on page 28, and I don't think I need to read down to all this, but look down here, and this is where it becomes a bit clearer. I think we are doing this right now. When sieging a rebel occupied province, simply remove the rebel town. Also remove any unrest from this province. So in actual fact, I think these are unrest, so it's actually going to get twofold here. It's going to remove the rebel town and remove the unrest. Yeah, so I'm fine. I don't think I need to read any more of that. Oops, not the cards down here somehow. Right. I don't know what happened there. So back down here. So they're going to siege up to 3 tax value. They're going to spend 1 bot power per tax value sieged. They only need 1 tax value because there's only 1 rebel town in that area. Prefer on, the preferences, there's only 1 in the area. right? So let's do that first. At war or has towns. Okay, so let's do this first. Yeah. Yeah, so just went back to page 28. So we spend 1 bot power per tax value, so he's going to spend 1 bot power now. So he already gained 1 back there, so he's going to spend 1. And then it does say page 28, to siege a rebel town, you remove this, and then you remove unrest. So that's what's going to happen there. And yeah, that's good. And remember, this one's in a different area, so yeah, I'm understanding is I need to be in that area to do it. So I think that's right. That's right. Yeah, and then carrying on from there. So we've done that. So now it says at war. This is Austria. Well, no, they're not. Or has towns with unrest or rebel towns on them in this area. Well, no, because we've just removed it. So, so if it was, it would end the turn. Leaving the army there. Yes. I think that's what that would end up. Yeah, the army would stay where it was. But because there's not, it's going to go up here and remove army from the map, then end the turn. Yeah, okay. So the army gets taken off the map again. Now there was no Dyros there. They had an army of 3 infantry. So he gets taken off the map again. And then next turn they're going to do the defend action again. This time they're going to have the army. I think the army's going to come right in here and siege there, maybe. Is that right? No, because the army's not deployed. Or does it take 2 turns to do it? Well, it took me 2 turns to do that, I think. Okay. Well, I think so. I feel a bit more comfortable with that, about the way I was doing it initially about land battles, because yeah, that makes far more sense. I think it's just some of the terminology, you know, invaders and rebels, and then occupying. I don't think there is invaders in this area, but I think it's occupied by rebels. So you can see how you can sort of wonder, I might have it totally wrong. It might be that these are invaders, but yeah. Right, 53 minutes. Yeah, I really do need to probably stop. Or what's next? Denmark. Will we flip a card to see? If it was going to be a quick one, I could maybe do it. Nah, you know what? I better not. It's better to leave it there, and then we're on Denmark's turn. So what's the best way? Best thing to do is put a little green cube, a little red cube even, on top of bot number 2's deck. That should. And keep the book open at the bot main turn structure. There we go. Because I will be drawing a card. Oh no, it might not be. Actually, no, it's not going to be 5, 4. Actually, I might be doing an event because it's not at war. Is it? No, and it's got 4 bot power left, so it has picked event. No, so I think it's going to go to event. Right, well, we will wait and come back to that one then, because that could bring a lot of different decisions. And I could do with printing out the stuff of the event suggestion file. I haven't done that. I suppose I could just look at it on my tablet right enough, but anyway, it's only going to come up once in a wee while, isn't it? So. Okay. I'm going to leave that for the night. That was a bit better. Got some stuff done. Probably still not as much as I'd like, but it was moving a bit. And I did grind to a halt a couple of times though. Yeah, flowcharts. I'm starting to. I like flowcharts, but I just feel that they just never. They're never as clear as what I'd like them. I think any flowchart I've read, it's never as clear as what you'd like it to be. But you know, there's only so much information that they're able to put on the wee boxes, aren't it? So, right, I better go away for now, and back to work again tomorrow. I didn't get as much done, although I've done not too bad in the end, but didn't get quite as much done as I thought I might over our last 2 days that I was off. I think yesterday was just because of the problems I was having with this bot piece resolution that kind of dragged me down a bit as well, which doesn't encourage you to. And there's still a lot more to come out about all that, I think, but we'll no doubt come across it as the game moves on. And then back to work next couple of days. I should be able to still get a wee shot over the next few days though as well. So yeah, I'll be back when I'm back. I'm still neglecting my other games, and I'm starting to worry about that a little bit now, because I did have a bit of time over the last couple of days to maybe pop across there, and I'm starting to think, oh no, they're just going to go, they're going to fall off the table. I mean, not that I need the table, but I'm psyched up. I'm wanting to do this. I'm wanting to play this game. I'm wanting to get it. I like it. I want to understand it more. And yeah. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Cheers.